Hi everyone, and welcome back to another episode of the mind-blowing podcast, Straight Up Mental Health, with me, Kevin Mullen.
And myself, Heather Mullen.
And today it is all about words, because we get it wrong all the time.
Yes.
We're going to look at the importance of them. We're going to look at what happens when you get them wrong, and we're going to show you how to correct that and get them right, so you get to get on top and stay on top of your dialogue. Speaking of getting on top and staying on top,
Yes.
this podcast is brought to you by Mullen's Therapy, online and in-person mental health therapy to get you on top and keep you on top of your mental health. The link to that is in the description, so if you want to know a bit more about that, just click on that link and it'll take you over to the website and explain all of that and what it can do for you. You ready?
Yes, I am.
Let us begin.
Okay, in 1637, René Descartes uttered the immortal words, cogito ergo sum, which of course is Latin for I think, therefore I am. But we didn't miss the wee bit.
He definitely did.
Yes.
And the bit he missed is I speak, therefore I think, therefore I am. I think, therefore I am relates to what you think about is what you feel is going to dictate what you do.
Yeah.
But that's steps 2, 3 and 4.
Yeah.
There is a step before it and it's missing.
Yeah.
And it's I speak, therefore I think, therefore I feel, therefore I am.
Yeah.
And a lot of people when it comes to speech, a lot of people when it comes to talking, and another name for that is communicating, think communication is what we do externally, what we do with our peers, what we do with our friends, our family, our loved ones. But that is actually, if we're being honest, a really, really small part of our communication skill. There is a much bigger part. What is it?
Your internal dialogue, how you speak to yourself.
And most people, unfortunately, are probably going to get offended at this bit when I tell them they're hypocritical. Most people are hypocrites when it comes to dialogue and communication.
Yeah.
They'll be like, well, why am I a hypocrite? Well, you speak to your friends, your family, your loved ones, the people that you work with, the people that you work for, with, I hope, love, care, compassion, and respect.
Yeah.
But when you talk to you, you're full of negativity.
Yeah.
You're full of doubt. You're full of pessimism. You're full of skepticism.
Yeah.
You're full of catastrophe.
Yeah.
You're not speaking to yourself the way you're speaking to them.
Others.
How do you think life would turn out if you spoke to everyone the way you speak to yourself?
That would be a disaster.
0 friends,
Yeah.
0 family,
Yeah.
0 job,
Yeah.
0 bloody happiness. But yet we insist in speaking to ourselves completely different to the way we speak to the world.
Yeah.
In today's podcast, hopefully we can show you a way where you learn to speak to yourself with a little bit of love, care, compassion, respect. In fact, let's make that rule number 1 today.
Yeah.
From this moment onwards, everybody that's listening or watching as if it's on YouTube, I want you only for the next 24 hours, live your life like this for the next 24 hours. You can only speak to yourself with love,
care, compassion, and respect.
You can only speak to yourself with
love, care, compassion, and respect.
And if it doesn't have that in it, you don't say it. Sometimes it's better to be silent than to make noise, right?
Very true.
And that's the first step today. That's the golden rule. 24 hours, please, everyone. Love, care, compassion, and respect. Because not enough people are doing that. They're doing it for everybody else, but they're not doing it for themselves. The world of mental health don't really focus on your language as much, though, do they?
No.
Where do they kind of focus?
They focus on actions, Kevin.
And the action is the last part of the puzzle, as we're going to show you in a moment. And if you don't like public transport and you're really, really struggling, and let's say you've got social anxiety, they're coming along and saying, look, push it. Man up, bite your bottom lip, take a deep breath, get on there. Just do it. You'll be okay.
Just go to the shops, just speak to them.
They're telling you just to crack on. And it's absolutely terrible advice, because we live in a world where everybody thinks that sticks and stones will break our bones, but names will never hurt us. And we couldn't be further from the truth.
Yeah.
If I was to tap you on the leg, let's say, with a stick, and it gave you a bruise, the bruise would dissipate and disappear in a week.
Yeah.
Okay. If I was to sit here and point out every flaw, error, mistake, and deficiency in you, that would sit with you for years and years.
Yeah.
We've had clients in therapy who are the ages of 65 to 70 and they're still reliving the conversations they had
In your childhood.
from their childhood with their parents, where they were told they were worthless, where they're told they were stupid, and they've lived with that their whole life because no one's taught anyone a different way. And that's really what this podcast is about, trying to teach you a different way. People are not getting on public transport because they're incapable. They're capable of the action, one foot in front of the other and doing something. Everyone's capable of action, right? The reason they're not doing it is because of that anxiety, because of that fear, because of that panic that they feel, and it's freaking them out and they don't know what to do with it, and they're isolating themselves and keeping themselves safe.
Yeah.
If it was just as easy as just get it done and you'll be okay, then there wouldn't be mental health problems in the world, would there? People would just be saying, right, well, I'm stupid, it's not real, I'm okay with this, let's go. That's another thing with terminology and words. The world of mental health are full of great phrases. What phrase sticks out right now? It's okay.
To not be okay.
Well, why is it okay to be not okay? Why is it? Let's take that second okay and change it to the issue. It's okay to self-harm. It's okay to starve yourself to the point of collapse. It's okay to eat yourself alive with your thoughts day in, day out and have no answer and no way out of it. It's okay to bed rot and just lie with your own thoughts hour after hour, day after day, week after week, and in some cases, month after month. It's not okay at all. We have to do better, and it's words that we're using.
Absolutely.
Instead of it's okay to be not okay, how's about we change it to I understand you're not okay. So let's do something about it.
Yeah.
I like that.
That's good, isn't it?
I understand you're not okay, so let's do something about it.
Yeah.
Anybody who's running about now going, it's okay to be not okay, let's try and be better at it. Let's try and do it a little bit different, because surely different gets different.
Absolutely. Do
If
the
you
same
keep doing the
thing, you're stuck in the same place.
The definition of insanity, right? The same thing over and over and expect a different result.
Yeah.
And people have been flogging the it's okay to be not okay horse for years and years and years, and yet people are still in the same position with it.
Yeah.
So let's change it. I understand you're not okay, so let's do something about it.
Yeah.
And if we start with that, it's a really, really great place to start, isn't it? Because it will give people a different mindset. Because again, as we said at the beginning, words create,
Thoughts
create,
feelings,
and feelings dictate your
actions.
and we're going to change it at step one. Step one is the words. Let me prove it to you unequivocally.
Okay.
If it's safe to do so, and only if it's safe to do so, please, I want you just to close your eyes and listen to my voice for a second. And I want you to go back in time to the happiest memory that you've got, the most fun thing you've ever done, the happiest thing you've ever done, the most exciting thing you've ever done, or the proudest you've ever been. And there we go. See that thing starting at your mouth, the corners starting to move up? It's called a smile. What do you feel right now?
Oh, I feel really, really happy.
Happiness is
It's a feeling.
feeling is an emotion. So would it be fair to say, I just made you feel happy?
Yeah.
Am I a genius? No. My words.
Created my thoughts.
And it was your thoughts that created that feeling.
Yeah.
And when we look at how we speak to ourselves, I can't, I'm not good enough, I'm going to fail. What if I have a panic attack? What if people laugh at me? What if people just take the piss and nobody cares for me? All those negative words create those negative thoughts. And it's those thoughts that create those feelings. And it's those feelings that will dictate whether you do or whether you don't. That little voice in your head has already decided whether you're going to have a good day or a bad day.
Yeah.
But the great news is you control that voice because it's your voice.
Yeah.
And people say, well, I can't control my voice, Kevin. No, you can, you just don't know how to. Let's do another thing for you. On the count of 3, this is all done inside your head, right?
Yeah, internally.
Internally, we have to emphasize that point. On the count of 3, I want you to scream internally in your own head your name as loud as you can. 1, 2, 3, go. Excellent. On the count of 3 again, I want you to say your name normally at this pace. Follow my RSVP, my rhythm, speed, volume, and pitch. And just say your name normally. 1, 2, 3, go. Excellent. Last time. This time, however, I want you to whisper your name. 1, 2, 3, go. Did you do that?
Yeah.
And did all 3 names sound different in volume?
Yeah.
You just controlled the volume and you just controlled the voice in your head 3 different times. Well done.
Can't be
Don't tell
done.
me you can't.
It can.
What you should be telling me is you don't know how to. And just because we don't know how to, folks, doesn't mean to say we can.
Yeah.
It just means to say we need to learn something. And it's not just Heather and I doing this. There's people like Tony Robbins in the world doing this kind of stuff. There's people like Mel Robbins. There's people all over the place doing this particular approach to mental health, mindset, discipline, motivation. We're not the only people playing this tune. There are so many variables here. And here's the thing, it's universal. If you're listening to us today in Japan, it will work. If you're listening to us today in Paisley, it will work. It's universal because our minds are universal. And it's really, really important that we understand, again, to emphasize, our words create our thoughts. Our thoughts create our
feelings,
and our feelings dictate our
actions
every single time. And if you can't speak to yourself with love, care, compassion, and respect, then I don't want you to speak to yourself at all. Just go quiet, just take a second, and then you go back into it. How do we get you to start speaking positively? Well, we've taught you before about bridging statements, and bridging statements are really, really powerful for the fact that they're factual. And because they're factual, they have belief automatically attached. And there's 4 bridging statements that we're going to go off. What's the first bridging statement?
The first one is, I am a work in progress.
And the reason it's so powerful is because you are. You
Yeah.
actually are. I guarantee you, whoever you are listening, you know more today than you did last week. You'll know more next week than you will this week, and you'll progress every single day of your life. And it'll allow you to get that win. It'll allow you to get that little victory in, that little bit of progression, right? And you go, okay, I'm getting there. I'm a work in progress. You'll get a little bit of oomph about you, and you'll start to run with that. It's also going to allow you to absorb a loss. Because we're not looking for perfection. We're looking for progress. So I am a work in progress. Statement 2.
I can change this.
You have changed so many variables in your life from the day you were born to the day you are here. You change things every single day. And people say, oh, I'm not very good with change. No, that's not true.
No.
You are good with change. Otherwise, you'd be wearing the same clothes as what you were last week. You'd live in the same house. You'd be in the same relationship. You'd drive the same car. You'd eat the same food. And you'd be in the same job your entire life.
So you can change.
It's not Stepford. It doesn't work like that. If you were to keep the same thing, how boring would life be if it was that predictable, where you knew every single thing about everything that was going to be said to you, done for you, or done by you?
Be a boring place.
You see, as human beings, we crave certainty. That's why we get the marriage. That's why we get the mortgage. It's why we get the car finance. It's why we commit to a career. That certainty, it keeps us comfortable. But God decided to be funny. And he came along and he sprinkled a need. And it was a need for uncertainty. Because if it just gave you certainty and you knew everything about everything, you'd literally Stepford wives it and you'd get bored. So we need that uncertainty as well. And that's actually where that excitement, that's where that hope, that's where that creationism in your mind comes from. What can I create? What can I do? And instead of thinking, I can, I need you to change from I can to I can't yet. 3 letters, 1 word. I can't yet. If your dialogue is I can't do it, I want you to change it to I can't do it yet. Because it's those 3 letters of yet that will open up the parameters and give us a wider look. It's like a peripheral vision open up, right? We can see things, we can try different things, we can be hopeful. And we're not looking for perfection like we said. You can, you will,
and
you're going to. Statement number 3. I will. And it's that simple. I am a work in progress. I can, I will, and I'm going to give it everything. I'm a work in progress. I can, I will, and I'm going to go at everything I've got. Say it again.
I'm a work in progress. I can, I will, and I'm going to give it everything I've got.
And again, please.
I'm a work in progress. I can, I will, and I'm going to give it everything I've got.
I'm kind of getting caught up in the energy of the way you're speaking.
Yeah.
And it's that intensity, it's that energy, it's that, really giving it everything you've got that's going to get that wind behind
It's
that
like you
sail.
really want it with real congruency, really, really shouting it with real congruency.
And again, for people who are not au fait with the word congruency, another name for it is belief, with real belief.
Really believe in yourself, that's it.
That whole you have to believe to achieve, absolutely true. You know, it's absolutely true. Because if there's no belief, it's not happening. And that's why we're not telling you to sit here, look in the mirror, strip to your sports kit and tell yourself you are worthy of love and abandonment and you are a happy universal soul in the sky of stars. Because when you do that kind of thing and you talk that way, that little voice in the back of your head
No, you're not.
jumps out and goes, no, you're not.
Yeah.
And then you get deflated and you say, I can't speak to myself correctly. The reason you can't speak to yourself correctly is because there's no belief in the things that you're saying.
Yeah.
Did you know, as a human being, you can lie to the world?
Oh.
Yes, you can. It's only a word. Did you know what you can't do, though?
What?
Lie to yourself.
Yeah.
It is impossible. Your subconscious mind,
Yeah.
it knows. It knows everything about you. It always has, it always will.
Yeah.
It's always paying attention. So when you say something with zero belief, that little voice goes, not true. And that's why we don't teach people to sit in front of a mirror and tell themselves how beautiful they are and how much they love themselves and how much the world deserves to deliver them goodness. Because they don't believe it, therefore it doesn't hit. And it's where that whole positive talk actually has got a negative effect because we don't believe it, it doesn't work.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh God, I can't speak to myself correctly. But it's okay. No, it's not okay. I want to teach you what the word okay means. Everybody says okay, don't they?
Yes.
But very few people know what the word okay means. It's two letters put together. It's not actually a word, although it is in the dictionary.
Tell us.
There we go. Actually, the word okay came from the 1800s. And it came from Boston in America, and a work environment where people's dialogue wasn't that clear.
Okay.
And it was started out as people would ask people, has that been done? Is that there yet? Have you finished that task yet? And the person would say, yeah, it's all correct. But they spelt it OLLKORCET because they couldn't speak or spell correctly at that time.
Right, okay.
But most people then couldn't be bothered saying those two words, so they abbreviated it to OK. OK actually stands for all correct. So is it all correct to want to take yourself off this planet? Is it all correct to lay in bed for days? No, absolutely not. And that's why the importance of words is the highlight of this podcast.
Yeah.
And again, this podcast is brought to you by Mullins Therapy, online and in-person mental health to get you on top and keep you on top of your mental health. The link for that is in the description and you can find out all about it by clicking on that link. So we understand that words play the biggest part. We also understand that you have to speak to yourself with love, care, compassion, respect. We understand we're going to try and get rid of the whole okay metaphor and mindset because actually all correct doesn't really mean much and it's not okay and we have to do better. The definition of insanity, the same thing over and over and expecting a different result.
Yeah.
What can we give people though who are so deep in their thoughts and their thoughts have just transpired and they've not managed to catch it with the dialogue and we want to just quieten that mind. We want to quieten that mind, give them an emotional, pass and let them go again. Well, we can teach a method called double in, seven out. And it's a really, really powerful method. We teach it with lots of different clients and there's been some amazing feedback from it. That's why we're advocates and fans. Heather, go for it.
Okay, so double in, seven out. Did you know you can't think or feel anything on an exhale? No, you can't think or feel anything on an exhale.
You cannot.
So double in, seven out is like 2 double inhales followed by a slow 7-second exhale. You're going to repeat it 3 times. And after every time you do it, you're just going to drop your shoulders. Okay?
Okay, let's do it.
Right, okay, you ready? Safe to do so. You ready? So it's like when you go to jump in a swimming pool You're holding your breath in. That's what it's going to be like. Right? Okay. So a double inhale. Out for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Drop your shoulders. Double inhale. Out for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Drop. Double inhale. Out for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Let everything drop. I want you to take a nice deep breath in and out.
And just notice what you think and what you feel now, this very second. And that's actually really, really calming. I would go as far as using the word tranquil.
It's one of the go-tos in the therapy room, Kevin.
Absolutely.
Clients love it.
And the great thing about that is you don't need to, obviously we are overextending the movement so you can hear us and you can see us if you're watching on YouTube, but you don't need to overextend it that bad. You can do it tactically, as it were, and you can do it wherever you are. You can do it in front of people, you can do it away from people, you can do it on your own, you can do it whilst you're carrying out a task, because guess what you're doing when you're carrying out a task, and guess what you're doing when you're in front of people or in a room? Breathing. So we're just getting you to do it in a set sequence, and that double in, 7 out is a really, really easy, quick, and actually powerful way to empty that mind. So we do double in, 7 out, we repeat 3 times, we've got a quiet mind. What do we do?
Perfect.
We fill it.
Yes.
What do we fill it with? I am a work in progress.
I can, I will, and I'm going to. I'm a work in progress. I can, I will, and I'm going to.
When you empty it, if you don't fill it, it'll fill itself. And all it knows was what you were giving it. So you have to give it something. I'd love to tell you the reprogramming of the subconscious mind is as easy as taking out a negative dialogue and behaviour and just leaving you be. But it doesn't work like that. To take something out, you have to put something back. And if you make that a go-to behaviour, if you make it a new behaviour actually, it'll just become automated to you. And anything that's automated is then done without thinking.
Just think about it as part of everyday life.
And again, that's how you get to tie a lace, brush your teeth, shave, straighten hair, make a cup of tea or coffee. You've done it that many times now, you don't think about it. Again, take double in, 7 out, make it part of your daily ritual.
Absolutely.
The second you wake up in the morning, you open your eyes, I'm a work in progress, I can, I will, and I'm going to do it. I'm going to speak to myself with love, care, compassion, respect. Love, care, compassion, respect. If I won't speak like it to someone, I will not.
Do it to myself.
Not today. No way. I've got this. And give yourself a bit of a chance to go into the day and actually master it. Give yourself a chance, because at the minute, most people are waking up and they're kicking their ass before they've even opened their eyes. And they're looking for that negativity, or they're thinking about that negative thought, and they just don't stand a chance.
That's all they think about.
So hopefully if you can try it this way, and again, honestly, try it for 3 days, live by this for 3 days, and you'll see how easy it is to start to reprogram your subconscious mind. And when that happens, well, the world out there is actually a bit of a brighter place. It's actually filled with hope and prosperity and kindness. And you'll have heard it before, everyone. In a world where you can be anything, be kind. But I want you to start with yourself. I don't care about them. I don't care about what your friends think. I don't care about what your family thinks. I actually really care about what you think.
Because you are the most important person.
And you always will be. And you know you better than anyone else. There is only one you, by the way, and you've been you for the beginning of time, and you know you better than anyone. So whether people have got an opinion or a perception or a view on you because you're a little bit selfish and you extract yourself from situations and you do things that are for you, then it doesn't matter, because you do you and let them do them.
Absolutely. Because
I'd love to tell you somebody's going to come into your mind and into your body and into your spirit and soul and do it for you. Well, they're not. It's on you. No. Heather, let me ask you this question. And we've not rehearsed this or spoke about this, so your answer will be your answer.
Okay.
What's a hero?
Someone you look up to.
Okay, someone that does something that you can't? Or someone that does something that you don't?
Someone that does something that I can't do, or maybe that I'm not able to do.
Not true, because you're capable of magnitude and greatness, of everything.
Yeah.
A hero is you. And the only difference between you and what you call a hero is the mindset.
Yeah, you can do anything if you put your mind to it.
Heroism is a state of mind.
Yeah.
Today, I want you to be your own hero. I want you to fight for you. I want you to protect you. I want you to put you first. I want you to be the rise, the fall, the alpha, the omega, the in, the out, the beginning, the middle, and the bloody end. I want you to be your own hero, because no one's coming to be it for you. And if you can do that for yourself, I promise you, it's going to be a bit better today than it was yesterday.
Yeah.
And we're after progress, not perfection. We cannot stress enough here on this podcast how bloody important your internal dialogue is. We will remind you one more time: how you speak
Is how you think.
how you think,
Is how you feel.
how you feel.
Is how you act.
And if you can take care of step 1, step 2, 3, and 4
Take care of themselves.
will do themselves. They're automated.
Yeah.
And people come in all the time, they're like, right, I want you to get me to do that. And we're like, yeah, we're not interested in that. But you're therapists, you should be. No, we are therapists and we're not. Because we know, as you should know now, if you take care of the word will take care of the thought. That'll take care of the feeling, and the feeling will dictate the behaviour. Think about it. Everything you've ever done when you feel sad is a sad behaviour. Everything you've ever done when you felt anxious was an anxious behaviour.
Yeah.
But flip reverse the coin.
Yeah.
Anything you've ever done good, it's because you felt good. Anything you've ever done with bravery, it's because you felt brave.
Yeah.
Anything you ever done that was exciting, it's because you felt excited. And it starts with that dialogue.
Yeah.
I hope you hear this lesson that we're trying to give you today. I really, really hope you do. I hope you get up and go for it in the morning. We definitely will. You definitely should. And the world will be a bit of a brighter place. Remember, this podcast was brought to you today by Mullins Therapy, mental health therapy online and in person, to get you on top and keep you on top of your mental health. The link is in the description of this podcast. We hope you have taken something from it. We hope you really do apply it, and we will be back next week with a whole new episode. Until then, be careful with how you speak to yourself, because you, my beautiful friends, are always bloody listening. Take care, and we'll see you next week.
Take care.